Hey guys, welcome back. It is time for season 3 with the Seattle Kraken. And I did a couple of things in the off season or in the downtime between when I recorded last and now. And I honestly can't even remember what they were at this point. So let's go back in and take a look. So we signed Eric Portillo to a minor league contract or a contract and sent him to the minors. He isn't as good in this as potentially he is in real life, but it gives us some depth in the minor leagues, which is something we needed. Let's see, what did we do? That's all player demotions and whatnot. All right, now here we go. So we'll just go back. Yeah, so we saw the Theodore trade. So I picked up Julien Gauthier as some depth. I traded Aiden Hill, Rylan Brown, who we picked up in a deal last year, the rights to Tyson Jugnoth, and a couple of fourth-round picks. It was a lot, I think, but it freed up the money for Aiden Hill. Freed up the $3 million, whatever Hill was making, and we pick up Julien Gauthier to pick up some depth. I'm not thrilled about the deal, but this was a series of moves, so you'll see what it was you can kind of see when it was all said and done. I signed Casey DeSmith to a $1.5 million contract, and then I saw that Vegas, and he was going to be my backup, so I was going to trade Hill, have DeSmith as my backup, but then I saw that Vegas put Logan Thompson on the trade block. So I traded Casey DeSmith to the Sharks for a 7th, and then I picked up Logan Thompson from Vegas in exchange for Oscar Plandowski, who was one of the free agents that we signed in the offseason. So Logan Thompson will now be our number 2, or 1A, if you will. He wasn't particularly good last year, but the 2 years before that, he was quite good. So he will pair with Mackenzie Blackwood. And I think that was it. Yeah. So we traded. Basically, we get Gauthier and Thompson for Plandowski, Hill, Brown, Jugnoth, a couple of fourths. It was a lot to give up, I think, but to give us some more offensive depth and better goaltending, I think it is worth it. So we are almost ready to go. It's the 4th. We got 25 players on our roster. We have to send a couple of down. We have one of them is going to be Beirut, or I can tell you right away. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensemen. Okay, so Theodore, why not, will be our 7th for now. We have to send 1 forward down, and I think it's going to be Grube. Yep. All right, so we have 20 players dressed. Scratch Eller, Beniers. I think we scratch Robertson and put Wright. All right, so let's set our lines, clear the lines, and I think this is the year where we go with Connor Bedard on the top line with David Pastrnak. On the left, Burakovsky. Beniers will be our second-line center. He'll have Furcus and Bjorkstrand. Our third line, we're going to have Zacha on the I want Zacha on the second line. Zacha, Beniers, and Furcus. Then Bjorkstrand, Glendening, and Furcus on the right. Nope, Furcus is on our second line already. Zacha, Beniers, Eller, Frost, Glendening. Oh, right, it's Shane Wright. Shane Wright's our third line. Glendening will be on the right wing, and then our fourth line will be whoever's left. So it will be Bonino, Frost, and Gauthier. Cool. All right, Furcus. Leave him there. Speedy forward. Beniers got anything better than a 13? Yeah, make him a playmaker. Zacha should have the ability to play power forward. That's what I wanted from him. Burakovsky, counterattacking forward, and Bedard. Yeah, we'll leave him where he is for now. Speedy forward. Then okay. All right, defensively, Shea Theodore and Theodore and Taves? No, they're both quarterbacks. Well, they don't both have to be quarterbacks, but I think we do that. Make him a two-way defenseman. Taves with Ghoul. Yeah, get the veteran with the young guy, and then Siegenthaler and Zub. Good defensive pairings. I'm happy with that. Pasta. Burakovsky. Right. Bedard. Beniers. Goalies. Blackwood and Thompson. And then extra attackers. Bedard and Pasta. All right. Power play. Burakovsky. Bedard. Pasta. Theodore. Let's make sure we get the lines set properly here. Second line center is Beniers. Get Beniers out there. Furcus. Who did I have as my second line? Zaka. Yeah, that's fine. Zaka. And then who do I want? So we got Theodore is out there as the right point. We will put Taves out there on the second line. Shane Wright will be on the left point for the first power play, and Bjorkstrand on the point for the second power play. Yep, like that. And then we go Bedard, Pasta, Burakovsky, Theodore. I gotta move them all. They didn't actually move. And then Zaka, Beniers, Furcus, and Taves. The PK, we're going to start with Bonino. We're going to start with Glendening, excuse me. Glendening and Bonino. Who are our best defensive forwards? Bjorkstrand, Zaka. Okay. Bjorkstrand, Zaka, and then we will put, I guess, Frost with, man, I don't know. We're a little light defensively. Gauthier out there, I guess. Glendening, Bonino. Defensively, Taves and Theodore's going to be on the second line. I think we want to do... Excuse me. Sanheim, he's a bit better defensively than Theodore. And then Ghoul and Zub, I guess. Yeah, Shea's more of an offensive-minded defenseman, but I'm okay with that. Taves, Siegenthaler, Sanheim, and Theodore. All right, 4-on-4. That's easy. That's Bedard and Pasta. Then 3-on-3, we're going Bedard and Pasta as well with Theodore. Oof, that's nasty. That is nasty. Taves? Sanheim and Ghoul. And then that second line will be Beniers and who? Zaka. Yeah, that'll work. That'll play. Devin Taves, and then goalie starts. Start the backup goalie with some relative frequency. That's going to do it. So let's go ahead and sim up to our first game, and we'll just sim a bit here. So we're expecting big things, right? Expecting big things out of the Seattle Kraken this season. We were 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals a year ago, or one away from the Stanley Cup Championship a year ago. We had a 3-1 Stanley Cup Finals lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we could not hold on. Healthy player. Oh, I forgot about these guys. I forgot about Evans and Lindgren, who's out for 3 or 4 months. Let's put him on the active roster. I think we stick with Zub for now. It's killing me not to have Evans up, but that 12 defense just bothers me, especially with some of the other offensive players we have out there. All right, so we got Anaheim coming up. Rasmus Ristolainen placed on waivers. Interesting. So nobody has signed Connor Hellebuck yet, huh? Matthew Robertson is still out there. Okay, I can't sign him. No one signed Hellebuck. Interesting. Trade block is just loaded with talent. Cale Makar on the trade block, just absolutely loaded with talent. We have plenty of salary cap space as well, so we may be able to turn some of this talent into a stud if we really want to. But that's not for right now. I would love to pick up like a Keith Kachuk style player, just a big bruising forward down low. All right, well let's see how our season goes. We kick off against the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, and it's 9-3 victory on opening night for the Seattle Kraken. Holy cow! Shane Wright had 5 points. Bjorkstrand 2 goals and assists. Glendening with 3 assists. Bjorkstrand and Bedard to get us on the board in the first period. We were up 4-0 before McTavish and Musty would make it 4-2. Jagger Furcus, then McTavish would score again, and then Wright, Burakovsky, Bjorkstrand, and Pasternak, and we would win 9-3 on opening night. So you give up 9 goals, you score 9 goals, and if you're Connor Bedard, you walk out of it with a -1. Not quite what you're looking for, but that's okay. Devin Taves was a +4 in his Seattle Kraken debut, and that'll work. That will work. So we are 1-0. Shane Wright, 1 game in, leads the NHL in scoring with 5 points. Old friend Anthony Duclair makes his way over to Winnipeg, and he's got 6 points in 3 games for the Jets. Having Duclair, losing Duclair obviously is going to hurt us. Marchessault. They want to trade Jonathan Marchessault. Do they now? They'll make it $4 million. Yeah, I would have interest in someone like Jonathan Marchessault. Jonathan Marchessault. I mean, that's early in the season, but I mean, you can't have any of those players. I mean, this is really, really early in the season, but why not, as they say? Ooh, they think that's well balanced, which means I can probably get it done for less than that. roulette. Man, we have some talent. I'm going to have to give some of it up. I mean, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm not going to do it yet. But Marcia So is not a bad return. I mean, if I got to give up Cameron Wynot to get Marcia So, and that puts us over the top, I think I'm okay with that. But so we've scored 16 goals in 2 games, so we may not need any offensive help. So it was 2-2 after 1. Gauthier and Frost would score for us. Bjorkstrand, Pasta. Panarin for them. Fox and Krieger would tie it. Then Furcus and Bjorkstrand would give us the lead. Not a great game for Mackenzie Blackwood. Gives up 5, but we're 2-0. We scored 16 goals in 2 games. Oof. So we'll sim, I don't know, maybe to the end of October, and then I can do November and December offline. Nazem Kadri out for 4 months. We got another game against New York. I don't know if it's the Rangers or the Islanders, though. It's a 4-0 loss to the Islanders. Oof, really? Kiefer Bellows scores twice. Logan Thompson gives up 4 goals on 37 shots. All right, so we're 2-1. At Washington now. 4-0 win. Okay. So Mackenzie Blackwood got the start there. Pasta leads the league in points. It's still early. Let's save. I don't like what I just saw from the game there. Jan Ruda for a 5th. So 4-0 win. Mackenzie Blackwood stops all 28 shots. Burakovsky, Pasternak, Beniers, and Wright. Let's see where we are team harmony-wise. Disruptive, hostility. We have so many leaders on the team. Yeah, Matty Beniers did something that Tucker Robertson didn't like. And this click is just enormous. Connor Bedard is unhappy. Yeah, we've got a team full of leaders, yet we've got clicks that are making things a mess. So I don't know. I'm not sure how to combat that. I changed all my coaches. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just sort of see if it fixes itself. All right, we're at Detroit today. Looking to move to 4-1. And we do with an 8-1 walloping of the Red Wings. We are a good hockey team. Bjorkstrand 2 goals and an assist. Sanheim 3 assists. Goulet a goal and 2 assists. Gauthier, Bonino, and Shea Theodore picks up his first goal as a member of the Kraken. Mackenzie Blackwood stops 19 out of 20. Next game is in a couple of days. Vegas out of the chutes really hot. 5-0-1. Flyers 4-0-1. That'll make Rit Flyers really happy. See his team out there. Columbus 4-0. Montreal 0-5. Chicago 0-4. They still haven't fixed their issues. We're at the Bruins. There's Mackenzie Blackwood 7th in save percentage. Horvat suspended. Jason Robertson. Is he on the trade block? Oof. There are some names on that trade block, that's for sure. Nick Bonino is out. Tooth knocked out. He's day-to-day, so we replace him with Lars Eller. Get Lars some playing time. On the road against the Bees. Bruins are 1-2-1. We are 4-1. And what happens in Boston? A 4-3 overtime loss to the Bruins. Studnicka picks up a goal from Rocco Grimaldi and Charlie Coyle. Bedard picks up a second. Jack Ashan with his first. Jake DeBrusk with his first. Bjorkstrand with his 7th goal of the season already. Pasta scores in his return, and we lose in a shootout. Thompson wasn't bad, 25 of 28. We put 47 shots on Jeremy Swayman. Oof. All right, so we are 4-1-1. Pasta was leading the league in scoring. It's now Elias Peterson. Bjorkstrand leads the league in goals. Pasternak tied for 2nd. Blackwood 7th in goals against, tied for 2nd in wins. Playing Montreal, this is a game we need to win. Nick Bonino is almost ready. Samuel Bolduc, nope. Next day, at home against the Canadiens, Les Habs. Wow, we lose 4-1 to the 1-6 Montreal Canadiens. That's not what I wanted to see. Kirby Dach with a goal and an assist. They scored 3 third-period goals. McCann, Monahan, and Gallagher. Oof. Oof. We got Los Angeles coming up. They're ahead of us in the standings. Get Bonino back out there now. Replace Eller with Bonino. On the road in Los Angeles. We're now in 5th place because we've only played 7 games. Need a victory here. 3-0 shutout. That's what you like to see. We were 0-1-1 in our previous 2. So Pasternak from Bedard and Siegenthaler, Frost, Shorty from Burakovsky and Taves, Zub from Frost and Zaka, Thompson with the 22 save shutout. 5-2-1. Not a bad start to the season. I will take it. Golden Knights come out hot. The Flyers 7-1-1. Panthers today. Florida is 4-4-1. Can we win at home against the Panthers? A 4-2 victory at home against the Panthers. Wright 2 goals and an assist. Luster-Reinen had 2 assists for Florida. Bjorkstrand 2 assists for us. Wright scores his goals in the first. They tie it up. Furcus picks up his 4th to give us the lead. Then Shea Theodore in the 3rd on the power play. Mackenzie Blackwood stops 27 out of 25. 25 out of 27. Numbers I struggle with. All right, we got Calgary today. Pavel Zacha is out day to day. Got his tooth knocked out. All right, we will replace him with Robertson. In Calgary, taking on the 6-4-1 Flames. It's a 6-4 victory, so the offense back on track here a little bit. 4 first-period goals, including a hat trick from Morgan Frost. Wow. Okay, I did not see that coming in the early going. Huberdeau scored first, then Frost, Theodore, Frost, and Taves. Taves again in the 2nd. Thompson stops 38 out of 42. Zach Whitecloud traded to New Jersey for a 4th. Tyler Pitlick on waivers. We have a game coming up tomorrow at Edmonton. Edmonton struggling out of the chute here, 3-6-1, which means we will probably lose this game. Zacha can go back in the lineup, which is perfect. Let's get to November 1st as we take on the Oilers in Edmonton. And we lose 8-5. So just as I was saying, we will probably lose that game. So we're going to go into November 7-3-1. I will probably sim through December offline. Next episode will be kind of January recap and then the trade deadline like we normally do. An 8-5 loss. We were up 4-1 at the end of the first period, and we lose 8-5. That's not good. Mackenzie Blackwood only stops 23 of 30 shots. That ain't gonna work. We scored 4 goals in the first period. Zaka would score in the third, but that would be Zaka had a hat trick. So we are 7-3-1. Seven, 3-1 going into the month of November. Shane Wright leads the way with 15 points for us here in 11 games. Pasternak 14 and 11. Pasternak and Bjorkstrand each with 7 goals. Furcus averaging a point a game. Burakovsky averaging a point a game. Frost having a good year. Connor Bedard struggling out of the gate a little bit. I mean, I say that he's got 8 points in 11 games. I mean, it's a 60 point pace, but. Theodore, 5 points in 11 games. Not great. Sanheim leads us in plus minus. Thompson has actually been better than Blackwood. But I suspect Mackenzie Blackwood will be fine when it's all said and done. So we have a few points to we need to improve morale. Gives us 10 points. We'll bump scouting. And we will bump game promotions to try to bring more people in. All right, so that's going to do it, guys. Yeah, so we are in decent shape through the month of October. I will sim through December offline. When we come back, it'll be January 1st, and that will be that. So, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Bit of a shorter episode today, but that is okay. I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.